What's up, y'all?
You guys.
Yeah, we really don't have the time or the energy to be doing this, but we're here because we love you.
We do. And honestly, we've been getting some really good feedback from people on the podcast, and it really is what's keeping me doing this.
Honestly, yeah.
We're so busy.
Yeah.
We're just too busy, but
yeah. We had this one sweet guy, his name is Alex. He reached out to us about a recipe he came up with for some little hiking trail bites.
It's really adorable.
He ran it by us. I was like, yeah, this sounds great. Maybe add that for some anti-inflammatory properties. And he's like, oh yeah, never thought of that. He's like, I'm going to send y'all some. I had a bakery make them. And he sent us a tracking number. He put them on ice packs.
I'm so excited to try this.
They'll be here tomorrow.
I'm stoked. Ooh,
yeah.
We could try them for our hike this weekend.
That's what I told him. Today is May 21st, by the way, so it's a Thursday.
And this is going to come out way different timing. When this comes out, I'll probably be in Singapore.
This episode will come out June 9th.
Oh my God, I will be in Singapore.
Yeah. We'll actually have one of our squeaky clean new editors working on this episode.
You guys, we brought on 2 more editors,
and
we're super excited.
We think they're going to be awesome.
Yes.
So this one will be Bryn, and our other editor is Brooke.
Yeah. So welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yes, we're very excited to have you join us.
Should we tell people what podcast this is?
Yeah, let's do it. My brain is completely mush.
This is Yeti.
And I'm base camp. Oh, walks into base camp.
Talking
through
hiking.
Oh my God, you guys.
I'm Yeti Legs. She's base camp.
I can't talk.
We're a married couple that likes to do through hikes. We're ultra runners. We have a husky. Her name is Loba. We've done the PCT in 22, the Tour de Mont Blanc. I did the Colorado Trail. We did the Arizona Trail this last winter.
And we're looking to do, hopefully, fingers crossed, the Colorado Trail this fall and finish up our AZT hike. So
welcome. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. It's great. We're running real fast right now.
We're running real fast.
Quick updates, though, of our life, because I'm sure people are wondering, because I've had people ask.
Cotton World updates.
Yeah. You want to go first? You have a few.
I guess the only one that really needs to be mentioned is that I start my new job with Colorado Parks and Wildlife this coming Monday on Memorial Day. Yeah, I don't get the day off. That's okay. I'm excited to be starting with them and being a field biologist.
Yeah, he gets to be a biologist, you guys. This is honestly feels like a huge win in our world because Wesley, we gave up and sacrificed a lot for Wesley to go back to school. And after the PCT, and the fact that he's coming out as a field biologist out the gate is a pretty big deal. It is.
Fool them for hiring me on as a biologist, right?
I mean, clearly they saw it was your GIS maps.
It was my GIS skills.
I know that's what it was.
Yeah, whenever winter hits, you can't really do a whole lot of field work unless it's winter related. So I'll be doing some GIS work this winter.
Wesley makes the most beautiful maps of anyone I've ever met.
Yeah.
Not that I know a lot of people that make maps.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
I think that is my only Cotton World update.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of work. Well, the other part of it is he's going to be in Grand Junction. I'm going to be working a lot in Denver the next 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to be like ships in the night in 2 opposite parts of Colorado.
Yeah. She did make me watch the first episode of West Wing last night.
I was so happy.
And it's actually not that bad.
Mm-hmm. I've been telling him to watch West Wing with me for years.
Did you say Vestvink? Vestvink. Like a diamond.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot talk at all today.
Vestvink.
My brain hurts.
What are your updates?
So I've gotten a lot of favor with a production company located in Boulder, Colorado called Lastoria Productions. They're amazing. Probably one of the best production companies I've ever worked with. They're just good people. They genuinely care about their crew. They care about their client, their talent. They just care. So they have hired me on for 2 big projects. And one of them we're shooting next weekend. And then the other one is actually 4 stories. And we'll be traveling a lot. So the first place is Singapore, which I'm staying later. They're paying for my flight. And I'm going to stay a little bit later to enjoy Asia. I haven't been to Asia in a long time.
I've never been to Asia.
I know.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. So yeah, that's my update. Really busy. And we're really thankful that Deuces, who watched Love when we did the AZT, has agreed to watch her for like 3 weeks this coming up month in June while we're both just trying to get our bearings.
Appreciate you, Deuces.
Yeah, thank you so much. I know he's the best.
You the best.
But yeah, I guess that concludes. Oh yeah, the other one is I guess this week is the anniversary of my dad's passing, which will be this upcoming Friday, May 23rd. I've always clocked this, but I've become more and more aware of it as it's continued. So this will be the 5th year. And honestly, I think I've clocked that the week of his passing, I feel a lot more sensitive and a lot more vulnerable. Like there's just this like weird thing in my chest, like a ball of pain. And I sometimes forget that it's because of this. Like something may happen, I might read into it and be like, oh my God, they hate me or something's going on. And I read into stuff that has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, it makes sense. You're extremely vulnerable right now.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
vulnerability hangover.
Yeah. I think people say something about time heals all wounds, but to be honest, when it comes to your family or someone you deeply, deeply love, that doesn't happen. I think the pain lessens, but I think the week of it's still pretty prevalent to life.
I wonder how that will, I guess, manifest 15 years from now, which would be like a 20-year anniversary as opposed to just right now.
Probably the same, though. I mean, I'll probably still feel this pain in my chest. I don't think that will ever go away. I mean, my dad was a part of my life, my whole life. So I think that's different than someone you knew for like 5 years or 10. I
don't think that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I wonder if it feels more impactful now than it would 15 years from now.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. That is what I'm saying, is that I'm thinking, no, I think it will still be the same because he played a whole influence in my life, my whole life. So I think parents are a little different because you know them your entire life versus someone I may know for 20 years. It may not be the same in 20 years later. But I think a parent's a little different.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah. Anyway, on that note. Drink of the choice.
Drink of the choice, and then I want to give a shout out to someone who sent us an email.
Oh.
It won't take long.
Okay.
Drink of the choice. Ours is easy today. We're both drinking the same exact thing.
Coors Banquet.
Coors Banquet.
We just went on a hike run with Loba, so.
Do you know the joke?
What's the joke?
Is it too soon to tell a joke? That was a pretty intimate moment we just had.
It's okay. Welcome to grief.
What do Coors Light and having sex in a canoe have in common?
I have no idea.
So I'll re-say it and then I'll give you the answer. What do Coors Light and having sex in a canoe have in common? The answer, they're both fucking close to water.
Oh my God.
Right?
What a dad joke.
That's a rated R dad joke.
That's a dad joke, 100%.
But we're drinking Coors Banquet, not light, so we're not doing the canoe right now.
You know, you should have done that in a Southern accent.
Ooh, how could I?
They're fucking close to water.
They're both fucking close to water.
Yeah, that sounds like a dad joke from the South.
Did you like that one?
Yeah.
Shout out to Landon McIntyre who sent us an email. I just wanted to read this email really quick, really sweet, and we really appreciated it. So thank you. Hey, I love your podcast and really enjoy hearing about what we can do to improve nature and the trail. I started listening to your podcast a year or two ago and prep for hiking the PCT. I'll be starting southbound with my youngest sibling in a month. Best of luck and congratulations. I'm extremely grateful for all the useful info and gear, food, and advice based off of real-life experiences. Of course, I love hearing stories from your experience in the PCT and other trails. I often feel like reaching out just to see if there's something I could do while on trail that would help you with your studies or simply bring more awareness to trail preservation, and maybe see if I could get a copy of the trail schedule that I've heard Marie talk about in several of her episodes. Did we ever send him that? Oh yeah, I told him to get it off of our Patreon. That's right. Um,
I'm like, I don't know. I'm so down far stream. I have no idea.
yeah. And then he says, so when I just now listened to episode 59 at 8.5 minutes in, I decided I didn't need any more excuses than to send you a message. So here I am. Anyways, sorry for the long message, and thank you both so much for all of the entertaining educational content.
That was really sweet.
Yeah, we really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Like, you guys, this is why we do it. We literally don't make money from this. It's not why we do it.
No.
We do this because we genuinely want to know that people are actually benefiting from it. So thank you for sending that, Landon.
Yeah. And it gives us the opportunity to drop random F-bombs to the general public.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Wait, was the F-bomb in there?
No.
I'm so confused.
just in our episodes.
Oh, well, I say it anyway.
No, I know.
You should have heard me on our last shoot when I couldn't hear the director and there was a generator behind me and I was having ear problems because it was covered with wax. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. And I like yelled it in front of the client.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh shit, that was not but I was very frustrated.
That's understandable.
Welcome to film.
Welcome to film. Should we get into our PCT week 20?
You guys, let's do it. I can't believe we're in Oregon. We're literally rounding the bend into the finish. This is just so sad.
Just to give you an idea, we finished the trail in 181 days. This week is day 134 through 140.
So this is less than 50 days.
So after this week, well, yeah, even with this, it's less than 50 days. So yeah, that leaves us, about 6 more episodes after this one to get through the PCT. I bet y'all thought it would never happen, didn't you? 6 weeks left after this week 20.
Which is really sad.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we've been going on the journey again. And we're getting closer to the end.
And then we finish the PCT and Marie never wants to record again.
We'll see. Maybe it's like the PCT where I'm like, oh, I miss it.
Type 2 fun.
Yeah, type 2 fun. Okay, well, let's get started.
This is the first day of week 20. We get to this place called Lake of the Woods. Do you remember Lake of the Woods?
Oh my God, I loved Lake of the Woods. This was an adorable. Well, let's talk about our hitch first.
So if you remember the last episode, week 19, basically we left Marie's sister. We hiked a little bit. Marie passed the heck out due to some weird illness.
I felt sick or something.
We just pretty much pitched at the Clom campground and she passed out.
Yes. And then I woke up and I felt great.
She woke up, she felt fine. So we're like, okay,
hiking.
Well, let's do miles. So we ended up doing 23.3 miles this day. I remember we had lunch in a parking lot. We just sat on the asphalt and just ate lunch. And I had a variety of sweets in front of me, none of them healthy.
I do remember that too.
Uh-huh. And you remember seeing this guy trying to hitch?
Yes, I do remember that too.
I'm like, I bet he's trying to skip. But maybe not. Maybe not.
At that point, we were so jaded.
We were. But just a little bit later, there was another road. And that road took you... Did it take you to 2 places? Did it take you to Fish?
Yes. So Far Out shows you Fish
Lake? Something like that?
Resort.
We didn't go there.
We went to... Why did we go to Lake of the Woods? Did someone tell us to go to Lake of the Woods?
It seemed a little bit nicer. There were random comments in Far Out suggesting to go there. And
Okay,
people were
that's what it
giving
was.
bad reviews about Fish Lake.
Yes. So we decided we were going to do Lake of the Woods. And we get this hitch. This guy pulls over in like a old Jeep.
Yeah.
And he looks like the Joker.
He looks like the Joker, like green hair, covered in tattoos. He didn't have a shirt on.
He didn't have a shirt on.
There were empty beer cans in all of his floorboards.
There was weed. I'm pretty sure he was smoking weed when he was driving.
Yeah. It was pretty rough.
It was a whole experience.
It was rough.
But we got in the car.
We got in the car because, I mean...
You take every hitch you can get other than a serial killer, which I don't know.
He actually turned out to be a pretty nice guy.
He was a nice guy.
Yeah. You can't judge a book by its cover.
No, because Ted Bundy looked like a normal guy and he was not.
I know. So if someone is ballsy enough to look like the Joker, they got to be a good person, right?
They're probably not a serial killer.
No, probably not.
But yeah, no, he was nice. And Lake of the Woods was like a 5 to 10 minute drive from our hitch.
Yeah. He took us there. he asked us really what we were doing. I think it was kind of obvious once he saw the packs and everything. And whenever he dropped us off at Lake of the Woods, we gave him like a $10
We did.
tip.
We gave him $10.
And y'all, he was so grateful for
He was
that.
shocked. He didn't almost like, he was like, no, I can't accept this.
And I was like, it's $10, just take it.
Yeah, and he did. He was like, wow, because you were like, just buy beer with it or something.
Yeah. Obviously, you drink beer. It's in your floor.
Yeah, so I do remember that. Oh, here's Loba.
Here's Loba.
There you go. Good girl.
But we're not playing.
Lay down. No, lay down. This is not playtime.
Oh?
She thinks this is playtime. Oh?
She's laying on me.
She put her chin on Wesley's, arm. Wesley's his arm on the bed, and she just put her chin on it.
That's cute.
Oh, Loba.
Lake of the Woods, though. Pretty interesting place. Huge.
I want to paint the picture.
Paint the picture.
No, so Lake of the Woods was like a summer camp spot, and then there was this gorgeous lake just right there in the campsites. Like, it was beautiful. And we found a camp spot. We did not make a reservation. And I don't even know, did we just pitch there stealth? Like, we were just hoping no one caught us.
Well, it's because we went and ate dinner at the restaurant. I got like a massive meatloaf, and we got a 6-pack of beer.
Hell yeah, we did.
I don't remember what you got to eat.
Probably a burger.
Probably a burger.
I always got a burger and fries.
But we stayed at the restaurant until it was dark, and then we left with our headlamps so that we could stealth camp.
And didn't we asked somebody, I feel like a server, and they're like, yeah, why don't you just camp in the woods?
Yeah, they're like, no one really checks.
Yeah.
So we walked, I don't know, probably a sixth of a mile towards the campsites. And they're designated campsites. Like, they got a little post where you put your number and your name for reservations and all that jazz. But we decided to just pitch in the woods because there was no one there. And it was fine. It was fine for that day. For that night.
And we woke up and we took everything down before anyone woke up.
We did not.
Wait, but that spot where we pitched, I thought that's not the same spot where the guy came.
Yeah, it is.
But that wasn't the woods. That was an open spot.
It was the woods, Marie.
No.
We were camped in the trees.
Yeah, I know that spot where that guy came over to us. No, baby. We went over to that spot the next day because we were like, well, we're going to stay and take a 0. And we asked the people that were staying there. We were like, well, we just pitched over there. We were pitched in the woods before stealth pitching. But where they were camped was not inside the woods at all. It was an open space.
None of this was open because we're in the pines.
Right. But there was a patch of trees. I thought that's where we camped. No, maybe we did camp. We did camp beside them, but it was not a patch of trees. I swear it wasn't a patch of trees.
You don't remember what we did?
I remember what we did. I remember the spot, where we met the family.
So we were pitched in a very specific area.
Yeah.
And all we did was pick up our tent and move it a little bit into this family's campsite space.
No, I know, but I'm confused because we did not camp in a patch of trees.
We didn't. Yes, we did. We did not pack up our stuff that next morning.
I'm so confused.
No, we laid there and the sun is hitting the tent, starting to cook us because it's late morning and you're toast. So we decided to take a 0. So we leave our stuff there and this camp host comes over to us kind of angrily. He's like, blah, 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 blah. You're not supposed to be here. Are you with this family? And we're like, no. And so the people next to us in the very next campsite overhear it, and they say, "Oh, well, you can come and pitch in our campsite."
I do remember all that.
So all we did was pick up the tent and walk it over 5 feet.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah.
When you say patch of trees, it wasn't a patch of trees.
We were in the trees.
But we weren't, though. When I think in the trees, I think a cluster of trees.
We were in a cluster of trees.
We were not in a cluster of trees.
I even took our guy line and made a clothesline to hang our clothes on. In the trees.
Really?
Yes.
See, I don't remember that. I just remember we were in an open space where there were trees around us.
No.
Yes. There were tons of trees around us, but we weren't in a cluster.
This is the trivial thing to be talking about.
Well,
it doesn't
I know,
matter.
but I'm just saying a cluster of trees is where you're hidden inside the trees. This was not a hidden inside the trees because the camp host could see us.
You've been reading too many fantasy novels.
Boo. Listen, how could the camp host see us? We were in an open space that was close to a dumpster. And we couldn't tell late at night. We went through a cluster of trees to get there, but it was not like 10 trees around us and we were hidden inside a canopy. It was an open space.
Okay. Agree to disagree on this one. Agree to disagree.
Because I do remember us the next morning, and I do remember us going over to the family. Yes, because we were right beside them.
She was toast this morning, so we decided to take a 0.
Yeah, I was
so
very
that she
tired.
could decompress.
I was really tired.
Yeah.
I was probably on my period.
I mean, I get it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you have periods?
No, but I've been married to you for 5 years, and I see what you're like.
What? What does that mean?
It means that your energy is zapped whenever you're on your period.
Yeah, that's true.
It means you need more sugar.
Yeah.
It means you need to sometimes take iron supplements or eat bloody steaks.
That's why I love burgers.
That's why you like burgers. So yeah, 10 minutes later, after discussing foliage quantity and thickness.
That's what she said.
What an arboreal conundrum we've got here.
My brain remembers something different.
Yeah.
But what we do agree on is that, yes, the next morning, the camp host was pissed. And he came over like, hey, you guys don't have a reservation? And then I think I don't remember what happened other than he was like, well, you need to go make a reservation, but it's completely booked or something like that. So you need to leave pretty much. And there was a woman with 2 girls and her.
I think boyfriend's the right word.
No, he was not a boyfriend. He was the baby daddy. Her and I talked about it.
Well, he's a friend that's a boy.
He was the baby daddy of her daughter. And her daughter was 10, turning 10. It was her birthday. And her best friend, another girl, had come to celebrate her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine mom, dad, daughter, 10-year-old daughter, and 10-year-old friend, girl.
That.
So baby daddy and mama. And mama overhears our entire conversation.
Mama was sweet. She was sweet as she could be.
And she's like, you guys can just move over to our campsite. We can have 2 tents. Because I think they'd only had 1 tent or something, or I don't know.
They had plenty of space.
They had plenty of space.
Because the campsites are kind of like rectangles.
Yeah.
That have like a fire pit at one end, and then it extends close to the beach. So they let us pitch in like the beachish closest.
Yes, we got to like be by the water. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And they were really sweet people. We got a picture with them.
We did. That'll be on our Patreon if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
Things that stick out from this 0 day at Lake of the Woods. So if you remember from the last episode, Base Camp left her trekking poles in her sister's car.
And I was devastated. It was like my security blanket.
Yeah. So this day, so there's this really like well-known, basically a trail angel who restocks water caches along the PCT, and he actually had a water / charging station coming up later in this week. But his name is Devilfish. And Devilfish was kind enough to, once I reached out on the Facebook group for the class of 2022 PCT hikers, he reached out and let Marie use a pair of his trekking poles.
Kind soul. I know.
Super kind soul. So if you're hearing this, Devilfish, thank you so much for letting her use those.
Yeah, thank you. It means a lot.
It means a lot.
It means a lot.
Means a lot. Other highlights from this day.
Copper. So remember Copper, the guy that wore the little ducky?
A little rubber ducky.
On his hat?
Stuck to the front of his hat.
We run into Copper at Lake of the Woods.
There's like a pizza joint here at Lake of the Woods. Like, this is literally like a summer camp, but bougier.
I mean, it's a bougie summer camp for adults.
Yeah. And so we spent most of this day just eating and drinking, as you do whenever you're on a through hike.
And what was great is it was all within walking distance.
All walking
We
distance.
did not have to walk half a mile or a mile to get there.
No.
Oh, it was glorious. And it was beautiful.
Yeah. I just remember drinking a 6-pack of Rogue Dead Guy. And that beer actually meant something to me, because whenever I was still living in Augusta, Georgia, Cuz and I would always get Rogue Dead Guy whenever we would go out to like the pizza joint or looking for some beer to take home.
You were really excited that they had it.
I was, which that is a little side tangent, but Rogue Dead Guy is done by Rogue Brewing, and they have a really fantastic hazy IPA called Bat Squatch, which you should get. There's a podcast that we listen to called Camp Monsters, and they cover a whole bunch of like camping, outdoor related monster stories, and Bat Squatch is.
It might be the best one he's ever done.
It's the first one. It's the first one, yeah.
I think it's my favorite one.
So REI Camp Monsters, go check that one out.
Yeah, I got drunk off Bat Squatch one night on the trail.
She did get drunk off Bat Squatch.
What else? We had really good pizza with Copper and drank a lot of beer. And we sat out on this beautiful, like, just kind of outdoor balcony of the pizza place right on the lake. It was just beautiful.
And he was high as a damn kite.
Oh my God, that's right.
I wish I was on his level.
He was having the best time. It was so funny. Was there anything else that happened? I mean, we just chilled and rested.
Someone else showed up there, didn't they? I remember one other person we knew who showed up. I can't think of the name.
Oh my God, yes, someone did.
Now it's going to bug me.
Now it's going to bug me too, because we totally ran into someone, yes.
Uh-huh.
Was it Matador? And we hadn't met them yet, had we?
We meet them at
Shelter
Cove.
Dang.
Yeah, I know, that's bugging me now.
We absolutely did run into someone at the end of the day.
Yep.
Because we were like hanging out, and then we were like, well, we're going to go back to sleep.
Yeah, that sucks. We can't remember. Oh, well.
Sorry,
you know what?
whoever that was.
This was, 3 years ago now. So.
Well, clearly they didn't make an impact.
Memory is fleeting. But you know who made an impact? Copper. Copper is the one who matters.
Because he wears a rubber duck on his head.
Yeah. I do remember we kind of split off at one point, and you went back to the tent to rest. And I sat at like the main pavilion. They had a giant ring of chairs. I sat there drinking I think a 10% beer while writing a Trek blog.
Yes. Yes.
Which was great. And then, oh, this is so good. I'm so proud of this. And then when I was walking back to the tent to reconvene with you, I looked at the lake water and I was like, man, if only I had my Sawyer filter, I could just grab a giant flask of that water right now and filter and just drink it and chug it. So if you're listening to our podcast right now, Sawyer is one of our podcast sponsors. Thank you, Sawyer, for sponsoring this episode.
We love you.
We love you. We swear by using our Sawyer squeeze filters. We've used them ever since being ultra runners, whenever we met 5 years ago, and we still use their products today. So if you've never heard of Sawyer, go and check out their website. We definitely endorse use of Sawyer water filtration devices. We are also big proponents of having redundancies, so we always take water treatment tablets or chemicals with us as well. So be sure to always have something else with you. But as for Sawyer, if you're listening right now, Katie/Oates, first of all, thank you. But also thank you for being willing to give away care packages to our listenership. We really appreciate that, and we know that our listeners do too. So if you're listening to this right now, shoot us an email at yetiwalksinabasecamp@gmail.com and let us know if you were to win a care package from Sawyer, what you would do with that care package this year. What adventures you have planned? Where would the accessibility of drinking water out in the wild allow you to go? First person to shoot us an email with that information wins a care package from Sawyer. Just shoot us that email. We reach out and we'll get your shipping address and we'll get you that care package. So thank you again, Sawyer. Cool.
That was a great segue.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And it felt organic.
Yes. I do feel like Lake of the Woods might have been one of the most restful times on the trail.
I think it was.
Because even doing a we didn't really even need a resupply, I don't think. Because we just decided to take the 0 out of
no, all we did was go to the general store to get beer and ice cream.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah. Like it was such a wonderful, mindless 0 where we just ate, drank.
That's what a 0
rested.
should actually be.
This is what a 0 should
Not
be.
you doing a food Oh, I mean, you have to do town chores, but a true zero should be you sitting on your ass and eating and drinking.
I remember us being like, this is what a zero is. Finally, in Oregon, we feel like we finally had a zero.
Yeah, and we communed with this sweet family. They cooked dinner that night. They invited us to have dinner with them.
Yeah.
And they had a little fire going in the fire pit.
Drinks.
And they were really sweet.
Girls,
oh my God, the little girls.
When the fire was going out.
Uh-huh.
The little girls pulled their pants down.
And they peed on the fire.
Totally pee on the fire. I was like, wow, I don't even know how they had such good aim.
I've asked Marie, base camp, to do this multiple times since this has happened.
There's
and she's
no
refused.
way. I'm like, because the ash is going to blow up in. And also...
So a little 10-year-old girl can do it, but you can't.
Yeah, because I don't know if okay, this is going to get real graphic, but your clit, maybe it changes as you get older because mine sprays.
Sprees?
It sprays. It doesn't
go. Oh, it sprees all over it does.
Whereas these little girls, it was just like a straight shoot, like a penis. I was like, wow, this is impressive.
I don't think that portion of the female anatomy that you're talking about would influence urine trajectory.
I'm just telling you that mine sprays everywhere, and it gets down my leg. It gets on my Crocs. It doesn't go where I want it to go, like a penis. Okay.
Whenever she goes and pees, usually at camp with her Crocs on, she'll come back with like little mud spots all over her Crocs.
Listen,
I know,
it's a woman's world in that every woman can attest to this when they're peeing outside, unless they have one of those funnels, which I don't want.
I get it. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, so we left.
Shelter
Lake
Cove.
of the Woods. No, Lake of the Woods.
God.
I know it all starts running together in Oregon.
I'm gonna go get me another beer.
You want to get me another beer?
Yeah.
You guys, Wesley's drinking again.
If you want to talk about that while I'm getting more beer and checking dinner real quick. I know. Y'all, we just want you to know.
Talk about the next day.
We just want you to know we're not renting a studio here. We're recording in our apartment. So this is just like an informal conversation between the two of us that we let all of you hear.
It's just our everyday life.
This is just like our everyday.
This is our everyday life. Lova's just beside us sleeping.
I'll be right back.
Wesley's checking on dinner. Oh, Loba's getting up. She's like, oh, you're moving. We're on the move. Yeah. She's like, what are you doing? Hey, you're going to get me another beer, yeah? Okay, great. Next day, that sweet family that we met actually offered to take us back to the trail. So, woohoo, we had a ride back to trail, and it was great. We got a picture with the mom and the daughter and the friend. At the end, they were so amazing, and they asked us so many wonderful questions about the trail. It was really cute. And then we got back on trail. And the biggest thing I remember about this day is the mosquitoes. You guys, I have never experienced mosquitoes this bad in my entire life. Like, these mosquitoes are mean and vicious, and there's hundreds just swarming you. Like, I mean, it's like a tornado just surrounding you, like a cloud. Ugh. I cringe even when I think about Oregon, because we had not experienced mosquitoes yet at this point. A lot of people talked about in NorCal experiencing the mosquitoes. We had not. This is when we really first started experiencing the mosquitoes. And this is, I mean, it was like mosquito hell is what I will call this section. It got so bad. Oh, thank you, sweet girl. I appreciate that. Thank you for grooming me. No, ma'am. No, Loba. Leave it. She's trying to lick my Coors Banquet.
Loba, please go sit down just for another 45 minutes, okay?
Hey, Loba. Oh, she's like, no. Good girl. Good girl. You'll get extra chicken in your dinner tonight if you lay down.
Oh, yeah.
Lay down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, struggles of being a dog parent, folks.
Yeah. I was telling them about how the family dropped us off. And then the biggest thing I remember about this day was mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah.
It was horrible. It's when we first used our mosquito head net.
Yeah, I have a picture of it, too. I remember about this day. Yes, I remember the mosquitoes. The only other thing I remember other than being dropped off at the sweet family and getting a picture with them was sitting on a log and watching ants come in and out of the log. They were pulling like little pieces of the log out, walking outside of the log, dropping them, going back in, getting more pieces.
I do remember. Was this at lunch? Because I remember you or was when I was going to poop?
I think you were using the restroom. Yeah, going to take a poop in the woods.
Because I remember you telling me about this. You were like mesmerized, like you were on mushrooms or something.
Yeah. I was watching them. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. You think we should have a term for pooping in the woods? What about a whoop?
No, I just say pooping in the woods.
What about a puds?
No. What would a puds be? Oh,
I like
poop woods.
I like whoop.
Whoop.
I'm gonna go take a whoop real quick.
I feel like we just
wait. What did Nina call it?
I don't remember.
Oh my God!
Wait, that's right. Because she talked about.
She called it using the woods or something like that.
Using the woods. I think I'm gonna go use the woods.
I'm gonna go disrespect the woods.
Nina was. We'll talk about them in the AZT. But Nina and Joey, they came with us the first few days on the AZT, captured a footage and
literally just 2
photography.
days.
Yeah, but
made a huge impact.
Huge impact. And Nina, we call them Nina-isms now, and she's hilarious.
Oh my God! One thing she said was, "My brain's half a meatball."
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. Okay, back to this day though. Was this the night? This is my question. Do you remember that night when we just camped in the middle of bumfuck nowhere and we there was just nowhere to go, and we found this flat spot and the mosquitoes were horrendous and they were like trying to attack our tent as we attack us as we were putting it up? And
yes,
was this that night?
This is the night.
It was, you guys. It was a massacre. Like, these mosquitoes were so vicious, and we tried to get the tent up so fast.
Yes.
So that they didn't get in.
Oh
my God, this was so bad. You could hear them.
So we had planned to camp right by a little stream, whatever. It was taken. There were, I don't know, 5-6 other hikers there.
Yeah, already camped.
So we rushed to fill our Canuck bladders, and we were like, okay, we got to make quick moves because these mosquitoes are out to get us. They're out for blood.
They're literally out for blood.
And so we just went down trail as far as we could, as fast as we could, until we found a nice flat spot, which was like a huge little clearing surrounded by really thick trees.
We were surprised that no one had camped there.
Yeah,
because it was a huge flat spot. You could have fit 5-10 tents out there.
It's true. But we haven't really experienced bad mosquitoes except for one other day in the Sierras whenever all the thaw was happening.
I don't remember that day
we
at all.
We didn't really talk about it because it was only during our lunch break. But I remember we didn't even mention this that day in the Sierra, but we had actually pitched half of our tent just to enjoy lunch without mosquitoes.
See, I've completely forgotten about that because it doesn't feel relevant until this moment.
I know.
When mosquitoes were so bad.
That's because the other people who were there having lunch were sitting on a completely sun-exposed rock over the river. So it was also windy and sunny. So no mosquitoes there. But this night, y'all, we had to do this strategically. We had to spray ourselves down with bug spray. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was off, which is not a good one to use. Sorry.
I think we just pulled it from a hiker box or something.
We should have been using some Sawyer bug spray and treatment.
I think if we had known about it, I don't think we knew about it at the time.
I know.
But now we know.
We were youngins.
Yeah, you should do that.
So we strategically sprayed one another down and pitched the rain fly. Or excuse me, we pitched the mesh. The body of the tent. Why can't I speak right now?
I don't know.
Wow, we pitched the main body of the tent, which didn't have any holes in it at the time, so we're safe once we get in it. One person gets in, which is going to be her. She sets up camp inside the tent while I put the rain fly on, and I'm covered in bug spray. I've got my head net on. I'm swatting off mosquitoes and killing them. I have little blood spots all over me where I've had mosquitoes be on me for a few seconds, start to get a blood meal, and then I popped them. And then you see a black spot and a little red speck of blood. So that's
it was carnage.
It's like carnage all over you. So we finally get the rain fly on the body of the tent. I jump in. At least 20 mosquitoes get inside the tent whenever I jump in.
And we start killing them.
And so we just sit there and just start popping them.
We're like, this is vengeance.
I know. Just start popping them.
You're trapped in our tent now.
So we got those. But once the tent was zipped up, you don't want to get out to take a pee during the middle of the night, because once the tent was zipped up, there were hundreds around the mosquito net of the tent.
And you can hear them. You can hear them hitting the tent.
And you can hear the buzz of their wings.
Oh my God. Like what a sound.
It's like you're being stalked.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
It's like your prey.
For your blood.
I know. I feel like we really just sold that really well.
Yeah. I remember somebody telling us that a girl that year, remember she was like she had a panic attack because of the mosquitoes. Like she could hear them.
Look, I get it.
Like hitting her tent all night and making the noise. But they do calm down during a certain like time period at night. They calm down. I don't know if it's because it's colder and they go dormant. I don't know. But we did observe this about them, that they would stop.
They become less active. I'll say that.
There we go. They become less active.
Yeah.
But the moment you get out of that tent, they smell your blood.
Oh my God. What assholes. Fun fact. The only mosquitoes that want your blood are the females. I'm not trying to be sexist when I say that. That's just biologically true. Males are there for procreation, and they are there for pollination.
Yes. So don't kill a male.
There's no way you'll know if it's a male or female unless it's trying to bite you.
See? So that's how you can test. Because a male will just fly around you. It won't land on you and bite you.
Yeah.
It'll just fly around.
Yeah. So if you're being bit, think of it as a kiss from a woman.
No.
A beautiful kiss.
Think of it as pollinating.
If you're being bit by a mosquito?
Yeah, it's the circle of life.
It's not pollinating.
No, but the woman has to do that to lay more eggs to then have the male pollinate.
And mosquitoes are really fantastic food for dragonflies. I think it's their preferred food source.
Well, yeah. So if you are on trail and you see a ton of dragonflies and it is mosquito season, stay with the dragonflies.
There are probably mosquitoes still there, though, because that's why the dragonflies are still there.
But they may not be as much because the dragonflies are killing them.
That, yes. I know, they're on your side.
Yes.
We had beautiful blue dragonflies on the PCT.
We did.
Yeah.
This day, though, I think, so we ended up doing 27.26 miles that day. And I think it's because the mosquitoes were making me haul ass. I really do. Because Wesley would say to me, if you stop, the mosquitoes are going to be like hundreds of mosquitoes. Like he could see them following me like a cloud.
Well, I mean, literally, it looks like a small smoke cloud is following you.
It's
there
true.
Are so many mosquitoes.
Yeah. And so he would say to me, like I'd start slowing down. He's like, I'm just going to tell you right now.
Don't stop.
If you stop or slow down, you're going to have hundreds of mosquitoes on you.
Yeah.
So I think they kicked me into another gear.
Yeah. Fun fact, if you wear your raincoat, they can't bite through it.
That is true.
Yeah. So that's a little
It's really sweaty, but hey, at least you don't get bit.
It's super sweaty.
Next day we hit mile
marker 1800.
1800
of 2,653. We hit 1800. So that means we're getting close.
Oh, we're more than halfway there.
Way more than halfway.
I know. And then this day was very special for us because we got to
Mazama Village.
No, Crater Lake.
No, we got to Mazama Village just before Crater Lake. We didn't actually go to Crater Lake this day.
Oh.
What was that?
It was a burp. I'm having burps from all the carbonation. You're right. Sorry. Okay. This is when
Silly rabbit.
we got to Mazama Village. That takes you to Crater Lake.
Yeah.
But we're in the Crater Lake vicinity.
So Mazama Village is like below Crater Lake because what I feel like is not communicated is you have a pretty like mean climb to get up to Crater Lake from Mazama Village.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
So it's below Crater Lake.
Like it's a mean bitch.
Yeah.
Imagine a mean bitch.
We did 22.5 miles this day to get to Mazama Village. Again, it's just hiking through Oregon forest.
Mosquitoes.
Like nothing extraordinary happening until we get to Mazama Village.
Which was exciting.
So this place is like restaurant with a general store with everything you could ever need for resupply, plus campground where you have a whole bunch of weekenders and RVers and through hikers staying.
Again, another summer camp.
I know.
For adults.
What you'll come to realize is there are a lot of luxury resorts in the state of Oregon.
And when we say resorts, we do not mean hotels.
No.
We're talking about campgrounds that have general stores and restaurants. That's
which,
what a resort
which
is.
a through hiker considers a luxury.
And that is a resort to a through hiker.
Yes.
But Mazama Village, though, we ate some food when we first got there.
There were a lot of folks there. Like, I would say
Tons.
about 30 through hikers there, and we knew maybe 3 of them.
Yeah,
Like,
all of a
not
sudden
many.
we started meeting all these random ass people, and we didn't care at that point. I feel like we just wanted our tramily, and that was it.
We wanted our tramily. We wanted the good campsites.
And that's all we cared about. And good food and beer.
Do you remember the one very noteworthy hiker we met this day?
Saunter.
So
this guy, you guys, which
he lives in Breckenridge.
he lives in Breckenridge. How have we never found him here?
We don't know how to contact
We
him.
don't know his real name, you guys. But this guy.
He lives in the same town as we do, but we don't know how to contact him.
Welcome to through hiking.
If we had gotten a picture, we could put them like on all the telephone poles and be like, "Have you seen this man?"
What if he just ended up showing up in high side or something? That'd be nuts.
That would be
We should
awesome.
ask Axe if he knows him. Be like, do you know an ex-professional snowboarder? I'm sure he does,
He
actually.
disappears every single summer to go hike the PCT.
Yeah. So, okay, Saunter. This was his 7th year of doing the PCT. He's obsessed with it, and he was in his late 50s.
Yeah.
He was a retired professional snowboarder. Like, I'm talking X Games. Like, this was Saunter. And we just start talking to him. We're just shooting the breeze with him. And I'm feeling, I don't know if you're feeling, but I'm feeling discouraged at this point because we can't seem to catch our tramily.
Yeah.
Like, they keep being a day or two ahead of us. And I'm like, we're never going to see them again.
Yeah.
And maybe we should be going faster because, maybe we've just been going too slow and taking our time. And he serendipitously, like divinely,
started talking to us about that.
starts talking to us. And he's like, oh, yeah, you are literally
Where you
set
need
up
to be.
Yeah, he's like, you are perfectly doing the PCT. Like, you're enjoying it. You are exactly at the time frame you need to be because you're in between fires. Like, you haven't hit any fires yet. You're in between Washington. The snow's melting. Like, you're doing it exactly perfect.
He's like, you're good, man.
Well, and he was even talking about the skippers too.
Yeah.
He was like, I can tell that you guys haven't skipped just by the way we were talking. Like,
yeah.
He was like, a lot of people skip the PCT. And he's like, it's frustrating. He's like, but how you're doing it is perfect. Like, he just kept affirming us, which was really, really felt good.
I appreciated that for sure.
Oh, I miss Saunter.
I know. He's a good guy.
He was just a man full of wisdom.
Yeah, he was. Imagine, like, if you've ever seen The Big Lebowski and the sunglasses that they wear, Saunter looks kind of like a guy from The Big Lebowski. Like, he's got a long beard, like long hair, salt and pepper. He's got the aviators with like the gradient tones on them.
He walked right out of The Big Lebowski.
Oh, definitely. All he needed was like a Hawaiian shirt on him.
Yeah.
We'd be in the money, or a bowling shirt.
Yeah, and he was just I felt like he was a little angel. He's like, you guys are doing so great. Like, I just needed the pep talk from the guy that had done this for the 7th year. He's like, no, you timed this perfectly.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so we are exactly in the right time period. Like, this is good.
And I'm impersonating him like I'm high because he just had a very mellow chillness about him.
Colorado.
Like, straight up Colorado ski guy.
Which is wild that we now live here and we cannot find him. Anyway, but yeah, Saunter was such a highlight of the trail.
So we definitely kind of renewed our, I guess, drive to keep hiking at the pace that we were going.
Which I think now, when I look back,
we're still doing
now,
like low to mid 20s. Like,
I mean, it's not like we're doing 15 miles a day.
No.
Like, we're moving at a good pace, but also,
we're doing good.
I mean, yeah, we did some pretty crazy miles this week. Anyway, and then I remember, though, we were looking for a campsite.
After doing a really expensive resupply at the little general store.
Okay, you guys. The general store at Mazama Village is very expensive. But didn't we send ourselves a box there? We did. But we didn't want anything in our box.
We didn't get a box there. I got my chicken leg shorts there.
I could have sworn we sent ourselves a box there because
I don't remember a box, but it doesn't mean we didn't get one. I don't know.
I'm almost 90% sure.
You're the one who came up with the schedule, so
I know, that's
I
why I'm
trust
like-
what you say here.
I'm 90% sure we did get a box, but we
Yeah.
didn't want anything from the box. And so we went ahead and did a resupply there.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because I'm not going to lie, you guys, do not plan out your food beforehand and then send yourself boxes because you're going to hate all the food that you
will. You will.
planned. So just, you're wasting money.
Don't do it. But I got my chicken leg shorts whenever we were there. And if you don't know what chicken leg shorts are, look them up. I think mine were the 2 or 3 inch inseams. I can't remember.
They were the 2.
But they call them chicken legs because all the white on your legs going to be showing, boy.
Wesley loved his short shorts at this
They
point.
felt so good. God.
He had shorter shorts than I did.
And I have no shame. I would go back and do it the same way.
Wait, but didn't you give me your old chicken leg shorts and you got new chicken leg shorts?
I
Isn't
sure
that when we
did,
started
yeah.
matching?
Yeah.
Isn't this when this all started?
Yeah, because we were wearing the same chicken leg shorts and we already had the same Jolly Gear shirts on.
So this is when this all started, you guys.
Yeah.
It was not intentional, but it became that my legs got skinnier, which is what happens. I have really big hips. And unfortunately, and all the women can attest to this who have these like thunder thighs, that I would chafe on the inside of my thighs all the time. And so I'd wear leggings. But, you know, the longer you do a trail and you're 1,800 miles in, my legs got smaller.
Yeah.
And so I could wear shorts without creating like blistering, like bleeding thighs.
She went through a lot of phases on the PCT. We're talking like leggings to shorts to skirt to shorts again to leggings.
Yes. But this is when I started using your chicken legs. I could have sworn.
You're welcome.
Because I was like, I need shorts because it's so freaking hot out here.
Also, thank you, Chicken Legs, for sending me a replacement pair of shorts just because I was too naive and ordered the wrong size.
Oh yeah, and I took the size
Yeah.
that you
I needed the larges
and I took your mediums.
for my thunder thighs. Boy.
You don't have thunder thighs.
I did on the trail. I had some quads from the heavens.
You had quads. You didn't have. I'm sorry, Leve just fell over.
Oh my God.
But yes, this is when we started matching.
Yes. So this night, Sweet Couple has a
Oh my
campsite. We'd met them like one other very brief time earlier in the day, and we're walking to the designated PCT camping area of the Mazama Village. And this couple had invited us to stay with them at their little campsite.
And they were a couple in their 60s, I would say, recently retired.
Big RV.
And they had not even a big RV. It was one of those mid-size RVs.
Yeah, still big.
Like Aunt Debbie and Uncle Frank had.
Yeah, that.
But they were just such a sweet couple. And how did we even meet them before? Was it at the restaurant? Or was it at?
It was at the general store.
The general store.
Yeah.
And they had said, if you can't find a campsite, you can totally pitch your tent at ours because we're just going to stay in our RV.
I never remember their names. And I feel so bad about
Gary and they even sent us
that. I know.
a thank you card.
I know. I'm terrible with names.
We need to remember them.
Wait.
Because they come back into the story again.
Wait. Actually, this couple is so integrated into the rest
That's
of our
what I'm
hike.
saying.
Now that
That's
I'm
why we
thinking about
need
it.
to know their name.
You
I
just
know it
popped.
popped again as the XLR cable.
We just need to get new cords.
Yeah. Whatever.
But they are so integrated into our story.
I know. That's why I said we need to know their names. I'm pretty sure it's like Gary or Greg
Hang on.
and
I've got
Marnie.
I think I've got their names. Oh, got it. So their names were Ron and Mary Lynn.
Mary Lynn. At least I said
Yes.
Marnie. That was close.
Ron and Mary Lynn.
Okay, Ron wasn't close at all, but
Y'all, so I have done this. I've gone back and compiled a list of names of everyone who helped us along the PCT. And I'm doing it for the other trails too, but take the time to send thank you letters to people that really help you out and go out of their way to be kind to you.
even if it's years later.
Even if it's years later, I've sent thank you letters to some of these folks.
Because they sent us a thank you letter back.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah, but Ron and Mary Lynn, actually, we spent we had dinner with them that night.
Yeah, I think we had our own food, but
we all sat outside and just talked.
Yeah.
And we just hung out. And
I think what stuck out to me is that of most of the people that we met on the PCT, and even folks that we talked to after the PCT, Ron and Mary Lynn, like, really just wanted to ask good questions and know who we were.
They asked great questions.
And what we liked and all that jazz.
They were very beautiful people.
Yeah, so thank you, Ron and Mary Lynn.
Beautiful souls.
Yeah.
But I remember that Ron had cancer.
Really?
And he was in remission. We talked about it that night.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
And they didn't drink.
They didn't drink. I think because of that, though.
Yeah.
But no, and they were a super active couple.
Yeah.
He was very active, but he was saying how he'd always wanted to do. That's what it was. He'd always wanted to do a through hike, but after having cancer and being in remission, he didn't think he could ever do it.
No,
and so it's like I remember him saying, I want to vicariously live through you guys. So I'm asking questions, because he asked different questions than other people would ask.
Yeah.
When it came to the trail. And I can't remember now what they were, but I just remember we would sit there, like we talked to them for like 2 hours, even when the sun was going down.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
We should text them and see how they're doing.
I know we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was able to send them a letter. Though.
They were a sweet couple, but
we actually, another quick side tangent. So if you listen to our episode with Glenn Van Pesky, he wrote a book called Take Less, Do More. One of the things that he really condones doing is keeping a box of letters near your desk or your workstation or wherever.
Like thank you letters that are just blank.
Yeah, they're just blank. But something, so you just have it there so that when you're thinking about someone,
you just send them
just
something.
Write them a really quick letter and send it to them. You can send someone a text all day, but whenever they get an actual letter in the mail, that means something more.
Yeah.
So do that.
That reminds me, I'm going to see Andrea on Friday. Maybe I'll give her one of my bottles of wine and a card.
Do that.
For condolences.
Do that.
Okay.
Andrea is someone she works with who had to put their dog down tonight.
Yeah. And dogs are your family. So.
Oh my God, this dog.
I mean, Loba is literally a child. She is one of our kids. She acts like a human.
She's literally... I'm having to pet her so that she stays calm while we can finish this episode.
I'm not even kidding. She's rolled over on her back and she has her arm up Wesley's arm.
She loves to push off of you, especially me for some reason.
It's you.
Yeah.
Well, the next day
was the actual Crater Lake day. So a bit of a climb
hiked,
to get up to it.
Yeah.
What did we do this day? 24.05 miles.
That's a lot.
Just over 3,000 feet of game. And I would say 2,500 of that was from Mazama Village to the freaking lake.
Yeah. And I also remember our lunch spot this day. There was a conditioned chipmunk.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
A food conditioned chipmunk. Yeah.
It literally just waited beside me.
So you've got this really gnarly climb from Mazama Village up to the Crater Lake visitor center. And the visitor center was disgusting. Just hundreds and hundreds of people. And by this point on the trail, we're super jaded. So we're like, you didn't fucking hike here.
It's so hard.
You shouldn't be here, except for the folks in wheelchairs. We totally get that.
Yeah. It's a painful feeling.
It's a painful feeling. You're like, you drove here. You don't deserve to see this.
Yeah. And I mean, I get it though, because
I get it.
I get it. But when you're on the trail that long and then you're seeing hundreds of tourists trashing it.
Yeah.
You're starting to see toilet paper everywhere and litter.
And if you've listened to any of our other episodes, you know that trash on trail is my number one.
It's his number one. Yes.
Oh my God.
But I do remember we got water here and then we kept going.
We popped into the general store to see if they had beer to go.
Yes, and they did not. It was very sad.
Oh my God. All they had was Cokes.
It was dumb.
Yeah, it was dumb. So we continued on the trail. This is one of the few spots on the PCT where we had a lot of PUDs, pointless ups and downs.
Yeah, it was the only time, I feel like.
We would climb super steep little climbs and then go right back down.
And then climb again and go back down.
And we're doing it on the rim of Crater Lake. So you have open expanse and some forest to your left and what you're hiking through, and to your right you have Crater Lake, this massive bowl. It's a giant crater full of water with Wizard Island in the middle of it. And that's pretty much it.
I just loved our lunch spot. Yeah. I just remember it was overlooking the lake.
She just cares about the chipmunk.
And the chipmunk was so cute. We sat down, pulled our food out, and this chipmunk literally came out of the like a tree and just sat, just stood at attention right beside me.
It did. It did.
And I gave it a chip, which is not good because it's
Crackers.
exactly, or crackers or whatever I had.
By this point in the trail, we were taking rolls of Ritz crackers.
No, but I had like chips.
Did you?
I always loved my potato chips.
Weird.
Weird. We did potato chips. You did Ritz crackers.
I know.
But I just remember I did feed the chipmunk and I couldn't stop myself because it just took it out. It literally took it right out of my hand. It was so cute.
Well, chipmunk was already food conditioned at that point.
Oh, it was so cute.
I know.
And then I just remember we stared at the lake while we had lunch. It was really beautiful.
Wasn't it nice?
Yeah, it's a beautiful lake. I do remember Tumbleweed told us.
What?
You don't remember what Tumbleweed told us?
Oh my God. He was engaged to this girl that cheated on him. And so he threw the engagement ring he was going to propose to her with into Crater Lake.
So a very expensive
There's about
engagement
a $16,000 engagement ring in Crater Lake. That's about how much you paid for it, y'all.
Because he was like, well, if you want to dive down and find it, I'll pay you for it.
Shit. I would have funded a European month-long vacation with that.
Oh, Tumbleweed.
Oh, Tumbleweed. We love you, man.
I don't remember much more from this day. I barely remember that we camped on a Forest Service road.
You know what I do remember?
What?
I do remember that there was another spot past Crater Lake, and a lot of people were driving there and like walking up, and there were restrooms. And this one girl commented on my hat, and I said something about the mystery machine or a Scooby snack or something. Because my hat looked like a Scooby snack.
Yeah, I remember. Or I think it's the mystery machine.
Mystery machine. But yeah, we just camped at a flat area near a Forest Service road. There was some other kind of tall hiker. I think he wore gloves, like full finger gloves. And we kept leapfrogging with him.
I don't remember him at all.
That's all I remember from the rest of this day.
It's so sad. Like the only people you really remember on the through hike, I feel like, are your tramley and like monumental people that like Saunter or Copper.
Yeah. Last 2 days we got here. The next one we hiked by Mount Thielsen. And then we camped near the headwaters of the Little Deschutes. And more bad
And of course,
mosquitoes. Go figure.
I mean, the mosquitoes just become the tyrant of our story.
They're ubiquitous at this point. They're just angry.
They're angry. And we did on this day, this is now, we did 23.6 on this day. And I don't really remember anything about this day.
To be honest, I looked at the pictures and didn't even remember much.
I feel like we were just going through the day.
Oregon is basically the magic carpet ride.
You just
go.
Or the escalators, what they call it.
Escalator, yeah.
Because think of it this way. Before Oregon, you've been doing crazy elevation. I mean, even SoCal is crazy elevation, but like the Sierra Nevadas, NorCal.
Yeah.
I mean, you're averaging 4,500 feet a day on a 20-mile day.
Yeah.
So Oregon, and now we're getting like 3,000.
Yeah.
So we're cruising, baby.
But boy, you wish. Wow, excuse me. She just sneezed.
Lova is being
She's
a diva.
crazy. But boy, you know what I wish I would have had on the PCT whenever we were hiking at 22? I wish that we had had some Leve outdoor equipment.
Oh my God, I would have given my right arm.
You know how much
for some Leve.
You know how much that would have saved us in weight.
I mean,
and backpack space
because of the warmth ratio to lightweight ratio is my favorite. Phenomenally, cannot get enough of it.
So, I'm sure that if you are in the lightweight, ultralight backpacking community, you've heard at least of Farpoint Magnet Designs, maybe Leve Outdoors. So all these companies they make Polar Tech style layering systems. And so these are going to be lighter than, say, like a North Face Polar Tech jacket that you're going to pick up at the store. These are extremely warm for the weight of the products. So we actually used Leve Outdoors on our Arizona trail hike this last winter from December to January. And they have different weights, and the more the weight, the warmer it is, of course, but they kept us super warm. We were stoked to have had them. Cameron is basically a cottage company. He does the sewing himself. He started it with his grandmother, and now he's got a small team, and they produce as much as they can, as quickly as they can, because they're in such high demand. So go check out Leve Outdoors. We just freaking love them. There will be a discount code in the show notes below that'll get you, I believe, 15% off of your Leve order. Do you want to tell them what they get if they send us an email? You don't even know, do you?
Like I said, I've been very busy.
So if you're hearing this,
I love that he set me up for failure in that.
I did.
He teed me up for for a miss.
Yep. So if you shoot us an email, again, just like the Sawyer promo, if you shoot us an email to yetiwalksinabasecamp@gmail.com and let us know what type of adventures you're planning to do this year, you will get a free Leve Alpha beanie.
Which I can't say enough about these, you guys. We took them on the AZT.
It weighs like 1 to 2 ounces.
1 to 2 ounces, and it kept my head so warm.
Yeah.
So go check out a beanie, and if you're the first one to get this to us, see which color you like.
Yeah. And stay tuned for future episodes, because our podcast, thank you, Leve, for sponsoring this podcast as well. So sponsored by Sawyer and both Leve Outdoors. Our future episodes will continue to have sponsors like this, and probably, wink, wink, some of the same ones that we've talked about in this episode. And we'll continue to have those opportunities to win little care packages or pieces of their equipment or swag, so that you could get a little taste of just how great they are and really how much they just care about the hiking community. So
I will also say that our Leve shirts on the AZT, a lot of people would stop us while we were hiking and ask where we got them.
They would, actually.
Like, we had, out of any gear piece we had, that was the one that so many people wanted to know about.
Because it looks so unique.
Yeah, and it's super lightweight, but it also looks really cute.
Right on.
As a female, and it looks fashionable.
It does.
Yeah.
We actually met a friend on the Pacific Crest Trail. His name was Magnet. He started his own company called Magnet Designs, and they make the same type of equipment that Leve Outdoors does. So we're not trying to discount anyone here, but we've just found a really beautiful partnership with Cameron and Leve. So that's why we're promoting them. But lots of great companies out there offering similar products, so go and check them out.
Yeah, we want to support, our cottage companies, you guys, because they're trying. So
they be doing. Shoot.
All right, let's talk about the last day.
Last day.
Because I want to go have dinner.
This is a great day, y'all. We met someone that we had
been
talked to about for months.
Y'all, this is a monumental day for us. Okay. Because we haven't even talked about this at all.
No, we haven't even talked about this human.
I want to give you the platform before we
I love how you're painting the picture.
I don't want to say paint the picture, because I say it all the time.
Exposition.
But I want to give you the beginning so that you can now understand how exciting this was for us. Okay. From the beginning, when we met Crush and Yukon. Do you remember Crush and Yukon?
From day one in the High Sierras.
In the High Sierras. And we got to know them. And then we became friends with them. And then we all became friends. And we were all in an Instagram together. Well, there's one person we haven't mentioned yet that we were interlaid. It was like we were meant to meet them, but we just hadn't yet met them. And this person's name is Songbird. And it's this girl who we thought was a ghost, because every time people would talk about her, but she was never with any of our family.
Never got to see her.
We never got to meet her. And she entered our Instagram. We created an Instagram group chat between our family, just so that everybody could have a place to figure out where everybody was on trail, pretty much. And Songbird became a part of this group chat, and we never met her.
So we would see messages coming from her, but never saw her.
Yeah, we're we don't know who she is. But everybody keeps saying to us, "You need to meet Songbird. You guys would love Songbird." So throughout the entire trail, for months and months and months, this is what we are hearing. Months. I'm talking months. Build up.
Yes.
And lo and behold,
if you didn't realize, it was months.
It was months.
It was months.
It was months. Well, we do when the question is, lo and behold, we meet.
When the question is.
Sorry, my brain is starting to disconnect.
No, no worries.
We meet Songbird this day. Day 140 of our trail.
Devilfish had set up a water refill / charging station / snacks / really anything that a thru hiker could need station.
And it was 15, 17 miles into the day for us or something, or maybe 20. We weren't going to do a big day, I thought. We were going to do 25, maybe 27.
Yeah, I want to say it was closer to 10 because we met her in the morning. It was still morning. Yeah.
When we met her?
Yeah.
How did we meet her? That's what I want to know. Because didn't she come up and say Yeti and base camp or something?
I think so.
She's a super fast hiker.
So at this little water recharge station, there was this hiker. She was sitting there. Short little thing, 4 foot and change.
Y'all, she's 4'10". I'm sorry, Songbird, if I get this wrong, but she's 4'10", 4'11", 5 foot. She's somewhere in that proximity.
She's a tiny little Diglett.
Yeah.
Diglett's a Pokemon. And whenever I think of short, I think of Diglets.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Songbird. But yeah, she was sitting there, and I think she approached us because she recognized us maybe from a picture or some Instagram post or something.
Probably. Because we'd all been talked about to each other. She'd also been talked up, or we'd been talked up to her.
Yeah. And so here we are, this Kismet monumental meeting at Devilfish's kind of hiker station. And we sit there and we talk a little bit. We charge up. We get water for water bottles in our bladder. And we start hiking together. And this little chica's fast.
She's very fast. It was taking a lot for me to keep up with her. And
which is not saying a lot.
Thanks a lot. But at this point, I can
I'm kidding.
I can now do 3 miles an hour. I'm pretty consistently doing 3 miles an hour.
I think it's impressive because her legs are several inches shorter than yours.
I know.
And she's scooting.
I just think her VO2 max is out the roof.
She's also an ultra runner.
Yeah. But she was doing 4 miles an hour.
Yeah, she was hauling.
She's hauling, but we really wanted to talk to her and hang out with her. So we all start getting to know each other. We find out who each other, are. And we end up doing, at this point, 15 miles together, I think. We're just shooting the shit as we're talking. And it's making the day go by very fast.
Yep.
And I remember we were post-hauling a lot with her.
Yeah.
And she's just moving through it.
I remember I kind of tailed behind y'all for a while. So you guys were just girl time.
Yeah, we were just talking. Because I didn't get a lot of females on trail.
You didn't. And I didn't get a lot of alone time on trail. So I literally just dude to dude behind you. I was like, oh, this is what it feels like.
To get alone time.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So yeah. But yeah, we pretty much hiked with her the entirety of the day.
Well, and I remember though, we had already done 25, 27, 28 or something. And we were like, yeah, this is where we were going to kind of camp. There was a specific spot I think we were looking at.
Yeah.
And she's like, but we still have 3 more hours. Why don't we just go all the way to Shelter Cove?
We're Shelter Cove. Yeah, it's only 6 or 7 more miles, right?
It's yeah.
And so she talked us into continuing on with her.
And y'all, guess how many miles we did?
It's post-holing hell this day. And mosquitoes.
And mosquitoes.
Guess how many miles?
35.36.
35.36 miles this day.
It's the most we ever did minus our 24-hour challenge.
Which is the next week.
Yeah.
What I remember about this day, lastly, after hiking with Songbird, is that we're approaching Shelter Cove and we get to this old railroad. And there's a guy in a truck there. kind of weird. But for some reason...
Are you sure we weren't hallucinating?
Yeah. But for some reason, this little patch of woods by the railroad had the thickest mosquitoes of the entire day. So almost 40 miles, a little railroad.
And so we start hauling ass just to get away from the damn mosquitoes.
And so we're practically jogging, even though our feet and everything is just hurting.
Oh my God, everything hurts. And I'm probably about to hallucinate at this point because we would have done a 50K.
Yeah.
In one day.
Isn't that crazy?
I know. And
we're badasses.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
But then what you find out is at Shelter Cove, they spray around it so there's no mosquitoes.
Because guess what? It's a resort.
Y'all, it is summer camp.
It's summer camp.
For
so there
adults.
were no mosquitoes at Shelter Cove.
And yeah, and we got there gosh, that day.
We got there like as the sun was setting, the little general store was already closed, so we couldn't buy any beer.
So we just pitched our tent.
And y'all, let me talk about hikers. There were probably
Oh my God.
50 tents here.
We were in culture shock.
Culture shock. Like 50 through hiker tents. Like we barely could find a spot to pitch.
And this is not normal for us because the
No.
entire trail, we have never seen this many hikers.
Yeah.
And we were like, where the fuck did all these people come from?
Yeah.
And we started talking to our family online and come to find out this is happening to everybody. And now the bubble has found us, which we were trying to avoid the bubble.
Yeah.
And we don't know if it's because we were going too slow, but we're like, dude, we're doing 25s, 27s, 35s. Where the fuck did all these people come from?
Yeah, I know. It was insane. We couldn't believe it.
So we don't know where they came from.
Yeah.
At this point.
So we basically meandered through a base camp.
I mean,
no pun intended.
It looked like an army.
A base camp,
or an
army
army tents. It's just like a million tents everywhere.
So we found our way like to the back. We found 2 tiny spots, kind of had to make them ourselves. Pitched.
Yeah.
Crashed.
Yeah, and we crashed with Songbird.
And no beer, no food from the general store.
Did we even eat dinner?
Probably just ate some beef jerky that night.
Yeah, I think we were exhausted.
Yeah.
But that
Thanks,
concludes
y'all.
our week. How many miles did we end up doing that?
I didn't tally it up, but that looks like about 140.
Y'all, 140 with a 0.
Yeah, with a 0.
We're crushing.
The next week is actually pretty fun. We take a 0 and Shelter Cove, actually have sex on the floor of the public showers. And then we do our 24-hour challenge, which will take us into Sisters. So stay tuned for all that.
Yeah. And we met Matador and why
Torch.
am I buying Torch? Yeah. Which they enter
Awesome
our
people.
story. But thanks for listening, you guys. We appreciate you.
That concludes our week 20.
It's late for us here, so we want to finish our dinner.
Right. So for our environmental corner this episode, we wanted to touch on something a little bit different, a bit more specific, a bit more niche. So there is some weird stuff happening over in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of California. And I pulled from 3 different websites information about this topic. The majority of it is going to be from NOAA. And I'll have all these links for you in the show notes for you to check out if you would like. But just sit back and let me tell you a little story about domoic acid. So West Coast Marine Mammal Stranding Network partners are reporting upwards of 100 calls a day reporting sea lions and dolphins that are affected by the algal toxin domoic acid. Some animals experience seizures on the beach or may appear to bob their heads, while others have actually died. Beachgoers should remain a safe distance, about a minimum of 50 yards or so, from the affected animals because they can act erratically under the influence of the biotoxin. And the biotoxin is domoic acid. So the condition that these animals are experiencing is called domoic acid toxicosis, and this neurotoxin is produced by an algae called pseudonychia, which looks like pseudonychia, if you ever wanted to look it up. So these officials are having to do triage over in California on the beach as they try to identify those animals that are basically the ones most likely to survive. Their food sources and the waters that they swim in can be infected with this neurotoxin, and the more that they basically take into their bodies through either the water or through the foods that they eat, the higher the level of toxicity and the potentially worse the results are from these animals. So let's talk a little bit about what domoic acid actually is. The culprit in the strandings here is domoic acid, which is a neurotoxin produced by the harmful algae pseudonychia. It can multiply quickly in the right conditions. Wind-driven upwellings of deep ocean water provide nutrients that can fuel California's rich marine ecosystems. And unfortunately, that same upwelling can also feed rapid growth of this algae that we're talking about, and therefore the toxin that it produces. Pseudonychia species have a diverse temperature range that allows them to occupy variable habitats from the open ocean to coastal waters. Blooms are often associated with increased nutrients, high light levels. And when we say increased nutrients, we mean stuff like, yes, carbon, but also sulfur, phosphorus, other types of nutrients they might otherwise need that are going to be a little bit more in limited quantities. So we call those limited or limiting nutrients. And some of those things can come from not only natural processes and just occur naturally in the ocean ecosystems, but they can come from runoff, from sewage, also fertilizers that we use in our farms that is not actually all used up and it is converted to runoff and gets into our marine ecosystems like that. So all these different sources of these extra nutrients, but other combining factors that are kind of really creating this optimal type of environment for this algae to proliferate and bloom and thrive in is what's happening. And that process of like a whole bunch of extra nutrients getting into the watershed like this or into the coastal areas is called eutrophication. These areas are inundated with nutrients, so that allows things like these algae to bloom. You've heard of all these different algal blooms that are happening because of, maybe you've heard the word eutrophication. And that's really just a fancy word for saying there's a whole bunch of extra stuff getting into the water that's not typically there. And it's most likely coming from anthropogenic or from human sources. So climate-driven ocean warming and decreasing sea ice is expected to contribute to increased prevalence of pseudonychia blooms at higher latitudes. So warmer waters and decreasing sea ice, which not only increases overall ocean volume by little amounts at a time, but it adds up. More volume takes longer to transition from temperatures. So this all just makes kind of a really bad recipe for this situation. Good for the algae, not good for the sea lions and the dolphins that are being affected by it. While many species in this genus of algae are not toxic, approximately half are capable of producing a potent neurotoxin called domoic acid, or DA, which can accumulate in filter-feeding shellfish, finfish, and zooplankton. And this really impacts the nervous system of humans and wildlife consumers, including marine birds, mammals, and, again, humans. So focus on the humans. That's how we really bring this all home, because we can be impacted if we consume basically sea life that has consumed this stuff as well. Although rare in people or humans, the consumption of seafood contaminated with domoic acid may result in a potentially lethal syndrome known as amnesic shellfish poisoning, or ASP, which can cause short-term memory loss, along with a suite of other ailments, including GI distress, neurological symptoms such as headaches, confusion, memory loss, weakness, seizures. ASP can be fatal, and mortalities have been noted. There's no known antidote or cure for this ASP, or this amnesic shellfish poisoning. And while recovery is possible, some of the effects of domoic acid in humans can be permanent, unfortunately, such as things like memory loss. So fish can accumulate domoic acid, which then poisons marine mammals that consume those fish, namely dolphins and sea lions, as we're discussing them. This is a process called biomagnification. Whenever something is consumed, not only is energy being transferred from the consumed to the consumer, but also those toxins that were in that individual that is being eaten and everything that it ate before. So you're basically biologically magnifying contaminants in this way through the process of trophic cascades, or these food chains that occur in these marine ecosystems. Yeah, it's kind of a vicious cycle, isn't it? So this current outbreak that we're experiencing has affected about 100 dolphins so far, which is far more than in previous domoic acid events at this point in the year. So yes, this is not a new development. This has been happening, and we've been recording it since about 1998, and I'll get to that in a second. So the thing to note here is that it has been occurring, but it's getting worse, and a lot of that has to do anthropogenic factors and with climate change as well. Marine life was first affected this year around February 20th near Malibu, California, which is earlier in the year than most previous blooms. some researchers have questioned whether the runoff from wildfires and the LA wildfires has also contributed to this, because a lot of the ash and the char is still going to have some of these nutrients that can lead to extra increased levels of these nutrients in the waters. For the past 4 years, there have been annual incidents of ocean waters showing high concentrations of domoic acid in algal blooms, according to NOAA. Since the center first diagnosed domoic acid poisoning in marine mammals back in 1998, we're increasingly seeing more intense, unprecedented, we love that word, outbreak events, said Dr. Kara Field, medical director at the Marine Mammal Center. And the levels measured in recent weeks have been especially toxic, said Alexis Fisher. Recent water testing off the Scripps Memorial Pier in the San Diego area indicated concentrations of domoic acid so high that the event will likely persist for some time before it's filtered out, and it's unclear exactly how long that'll take. Marine biologists at the University of Southern California announced in 2018 that the region's coast was emerging as a hot spot for toxic algae, with concentrations of domoic acid at the highest level ever recorded at the time. Man-made sources of nutrients, kind of like what I was talking about before, such as nitrogen and phosphorus, can seep into ocean waters and encourage the growth of these algal blooms that we're discussing. And this is according to the CDC, or Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Another contributing factor is human wastewater, so your poopy water being dumped into the ocean. Also, wind-driven upwelling of deep ocean water. It can also feed rapid growth of the algae and the toxin it produces, according to NOAA. This phenomenon occurs when factors like wind push surface waters away, allowing for colder and more nutrient-dense waters to rise up. But a warming ocean appears to be helping the spread of this toxic algae further north, according to a couple of researchers. And while the toxic algae blooms typically only form every 4 to 7 years, we've experienced them 4 years in a row. And they think that warming temperatures and, again, an increase in pollution can be driving this increase in occurrence. Marine mammals such as whales, pinnipeds such as sea lions, and pelicans are among the species that have been impacted by the toxin this year. Also dolphins that were mentioned in that earlier quote. Changes in animal behavior include abnormally aggressive behaviors, or lethargy. Some animals appear not to be aware of the surroundings, and others have been seen having seizures on the beach, which is just sad. Rescue centers along the coast have rescued more than 100 animals since just February, and that number is continuing to rise. Unfortunately, the effects of the stuff, this domoic acid poisoning, are widespread in marine birds and mammals, particularly on the West Coast, but not limited to the West Coast. But these areas where pseudonychia blooms are responsible for sickening and killing mammals and seabirds on a near annual basis now, since we've started detecting and recording it in 98. Perhaps most notably, and this is kind of a fun little fact for you, the Alfred Hitchcock's iconic movie, The Birds, was inspired by a real-life event in California from 1961, when hundreds of strangely behaving and dying seabirds were observed in coastal communities of Monterey Bay. At the time, the cause was unknown, but it was later discovered that toxic strains of pseudonychia were abundant in the anchovies that the seabirds were feeding on. So it's not only causing issues now, it has historically as well, but at least we have a rather interesting / scary but iconic movie to go and watch, The Birds. So just wanted to shed a little bit of light on this topic. If you have been seeing things about this in social media, you've probably seen people saying things like, oh my gosh, this is so sad, save the marine life, and other people saying this is a natural occurrence, blah, 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 don't worry about it. You people are just fear-mongering. Well, I definitely err on the side of the former. Yes, this is a naturally occurring event, and it has been occurring for quite a while as far as we know, but it is occurring more frequently, not every 4 to 7 years, but on an annual basis here lately. And the algae has been allowed to basically proliferate in higher latitudes now because of warming ocean temperatures, warming ambient temperatures, and all this excessive runoff from our city environments, but also possibly from these LA fires. So it's really just a bad kind of conundrum that we're in. Things get hotter, things burn faster, more runoff. It's just a compounding issue that we are experiencing as a species, which we are directly and indirectly impacting other species through. So be conscious about your carbon footprint. And I don't mean you have to do anything fancy. I mean, just maybe use a little bit less toilet paper. Maybe try and plan out your drives a little bit better so you put less exhaust into the ozone. Or, I don't know, maybe turn off the water whenever you're brushing your teeth. Little things go a long way. And the more you can reduce your impact on our environment, the happier, or at least more sustained, our environment will be. Thanks everyone for being listeners, either dedicated or brand new to our podcast. We really appreciate everyone who takes the time to tune in and hear what we have to say, and even hear a little bit about the environment and some current events and the goings on.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys listening. It means everything to us. So like and subscribe to our podcast. You can email us at yetiwalksintobasecamp@gmail.com. That's also where you will send us.
Get your free swag.
That's where you'll get your care package if you're the first one to respond to that part. yetiwalksintobasecamp@gmail.com. And also follow our socials.
Yeah.
Follow Yeti Walks into Basecamp on IG. And I guess you can try to follow our personal one if you want, the gender underscore and the underscore the joy.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of a little political story here and again, because we're very biased.
Well, we just care about our environment, and
we care about the equity of our society.
We want to protect and preserve what we have.
Yeah.
We feel like that's really important.
We want being jeopardized.
Yes. So we want to keep you informed about real time facts that we know and understand.
Yeah.
So that you can also know and understand them too. Because there's a lot of stuff going around that people are saying are facts that are not facts.
I've never heard the word facts used so prolifically and so incorrectly in my life.
Yeah. So we just want to give you the real facts of what we've actually researched and know. And Loba is now losing her mind, probably because she needs dinner.
Yep. If you ever have a very particular subject you want to hear about on our environmental corner, just let us know. Shoot us an email. Huge shout out to the Fire Went Sloss for our intro and our outro music. You can hear that the wheels are falling off back here. Thank you so much.
Biting you.
Thank you so much to the Fire Went Sloss. We appreciate your allowance of us using your track, Appalachian Trail. Thank you so much.
And we thank you to Bren for editing
her episode. This will be her first. Give a little shout out to Bren if you want to. We are definitely going to. So thank you so much for editing our podcast and being a part of our team.
And as we are all, as a snowboers coming down the PCT and us snowboers are going up the PCT, and there's a horde of mosquitoes and there's nothing else we can say to each other, this is what we like to say.
Run! Happy trails.